In her first game back, everybody was happy the injury wasn't serious, but the refs still had it out for her.
The foul has been upgraded to a flagrant one.
However, by the end of the night, she reminded them all why she runs this league.
Defensive possession, Clark. Oh! From another stratosphere!
On the very first possession of the game, she surveyed the floor, spotted the cut, and delivered a perfect bounce pass to her teammate for an easy finish at the rim.
And the Indiana fever here. First possession from Indianapolis as Mitchell gets inside.
Next trip down, she did not even bother running a set. She took the ISO, attacked the left side, and finished through a defender for 2, putting Indiana up 4-0.
Caitlin Clark naturally changes the space on the floor, Pat. You have to come.
Then she pulled up from the top of the key for 3 and buried it, forcing the Valkyries into an immediate timeout down 7-0.
Clark launches and hits.
Pure joy in the arena and forces a quick timeout.
And that jumper was money the moment it left her hand, the kind of shot that turns a building into a wave. And she was not just cooking on offense, because on the very next defensive possession, she stepped up on the fast break and shut down the driving attempt with a perfectly timed contest.
Gabby Williams running the floor, was defended well by Clark.
She kept orchestrating, driving into the teeth of the defense and threading a bounce pass into the paint for her teammate, who finished right at the basket.
It's inside for Boston.
Good patience.
Even her entry passes were surgical, dropping it to her teammate in the post for an easy 2 that tied the game at 15.
Not allow Indiana to sprint into their actions early.
Boston has a lot of space down there, and she goes right to work.
She grabbed her own offensive rebound, and without even thinking about it, fired a bullet pass to her teammate standing in the paint for another easy finish before the quarter ended.
Clark whip inside, it's Boston!
With seconds left in the first, she threw a full court inbound laser, and even though the shot at the buzzer did not fall, her vision was already a level the Valkyries had never seen before. The numbers had already proved it, because Caitlin Clark leads the entire WNBA in assists, and she was only getting started tonight. Second quarter opened, and she spun to the left, faded away over her defender, and drained a mid-range jumper to put Indiana back on top, 21-20.
Spins away from Hayes, fades, fires and hits.
But here is the thing about a return game. The rust does not announce itself. It creeps in quietly, and the second quarter is where it started to show.
Clark thought about the 3, drives, steps back, and misses on a triple.
She drove hard into the paint and got fouled by a defender on the attempt, but even drawing the whistle could not stop the momentum that was building on the other side of the scoreboard. Because the Valkyries are a brand new expansion team with absolutely nothing to lose, and they were playing free, pushing the pace, and making Indiana pay for every lapse in transition.
One basketball for the Valkyries.
Mitchell had it knocked away and stolen. Gabby Williams with another steal.
Her 3 from the left wing missed, her pass in the paint did not connect, and the Valkyries kept punching, stretching their lead while she watched the scoreboard climb the wrong direction. She fought back for a moment, swinging the ball to the corner and watching her teammate drill a 3 to stop the bleeding and cut the deficit to 4.
Allen, kick out, Cunningham hits a 3.
Then she caught and fired from the left wing for 3 and buried it, pulling Indiana within 3 and letting the building breathe for the first time in minutes.
Clark fire away and hits a 3.
But the sidestep 3 from the right wing would not fall, and the replay of the one she made only reminded everyone how quickly this game was slipping, despite her individual brilliance. She picked up a foul defending the perimeter, then got her transition layup attempt swatted away, and the Valkyries kept building, kept pushing, kept daring her to carry this alone. She threw another beautiful long pass to find her teammate for a jumper in the lane, cutting it to 5, but it was not enough to close the gap before halftime.
Fires it up and gets it to go.
Good advance pass.
She drew one more foul driving into the paint in the final minute of the second quarter, fighting for every inch, but the whistle could not erase the damage already done.
So far, haven't been able to do so. And there Clark does draw the foul.
In her first game back, the injury wasn't serious, but the refs still had it out for her. Salaun, the Valkyries' rookie, got in her face right there on the dead ball, chest to chest, and the officials had to separate both of them before it escalated any further.
Time. Well, some extracurriculars. Here is Both teams head to their respective benches.
Double technical on both players. The expansion team's rookie just tried to rattle her on her return night in her building. Wrong choice.
Final shot. Clark was swiping for the ball. Salaun.
Because the moment the third quarter started, she attacked the paint immediately, drove into a defender, and drew the foul, letting them know the technical only lit the fuse. They sent the double team at her, and she read it instantly, swinging the ball to her teammate on the wing, who fired a three and knocked it down, cutting the lead to 4.
Ball left open and hits a three.
You bring 2 to the ball, and Caitlin Clark can read the floor so well.
Then she took it herself, penetrated the defense in transition, drew the foul on the drive, and stepped to the line where she calmly knocked down both free throws to make it a 1-point game. She grabbed the outlet and fired a quick, long pass to her teammate sprinting in transition, drawing the foul on the other end, and suddenly Indiana had all the momentum in the building. And then she did this. Catch from her teammate, spotted up at the far top of the key, the logo, and let it fly over her defender with absolutely zero hesitation.
It's a possession. Clark. Oh! From another stratosphere!
Game tied at 48, and after the ball went through the net, she turned around, looked her defender dead in the eye, and let the whole building feel every word she did not say. And right there, she earned the assist of the game, because her vision and her aggression together are something this league has never had to guard before.
The combination works, and then
She was not done, because she took the ISO on her defender again, drove to the basket, banked it in through the contact, converted the N1 free throw, and tied the game at 52.
He's on Clark. This matchup starting to heat up. Clark on the drive, draws the foul, banks it home, and 1 for Caitlin Clark.
Then she drove the baseline and delivered a bullet pass into the paint for her teammate, who finished through contact for the and 1. And just like that, Indiana had the lead and never gave it back.
Clark, oh, beautiful find, inside for Cunningham.
18 points and 7 assists with the third quarter not even over, and her name sat on top of every scoring graphic in the building. And she was only 5 assists away from becoming the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 1,000 points and 500 assists.
She needs 5 assists to get there. Now, this is the fastest that it's happened in WNBA history. Sue Bird, 82.
Fourth quarter, lead in hand, and she caught the pass from her teammate at the left wing and drilled the 3 to push Indiana's lead to 10 and send the crowd into a frenzy.
Into a triple team, out to Clark, 3 more!
Because one replay of that logo 3 was never going to be enough, especially when you pull up from center court and stare down your defender afterward like that. She kept attacking, drove into the lane, and drew another foul on the same defender who had been trying to slow her down all night, and the free throws kept Indiana's cushion at 8.
hope Joe's enjoying his retirement, 65 years or something like that.
Then she faked the pick and roll, hit her teammate with a quick pass, and watched her drive for 2 more, extending the lead to 8 and draining every last ounce of fight from the Valkyries.
Shot fakes the 3 and goes right up the middle.
With under 3 minutes left, she ran the pick and pop to perfection, found her teammate wide open under the basket for the finish, and pushed the lead to 10 to seal this game for good.
Boston wide open and cashes in for 2.
Every spin, every fadeaway, every 3 from the night so far played on the screen one after another, because that is what a return game like this earns you. But the refs were not done with her. She drove to the basket, contact was made, and the officials called an offensive foul, then went to review and upgraded it to a flagrant one. She sat on the bench with tears in her eyes because she had given everything to come back from her absence and dominate this game, and they hit her with a flagrant for it on her own floor. She watched from the bench as the lead shrank because of a call that never should have been made, but she wiped her face, got up off that bench, went right back at her defender in transition, drew the foul, and knocked down the free throw, because that is what she does when they try to break her.
Already. Clark splits the pair.
Final buzzer, Indiana 90, Golden State 82. She ran to her teammates, the building erupted, and the comeback was complete on the night she came back.
And for the first time, the Indiana Fever have beaten the Golden State Valkyries.
22 points, 9 assists, the league lead in assists, and 5 away from becoming the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 1,000 points and 500 assists, all on her return night. They let her come back from absence, The expansion team's rookie tried to test her. The refs hit her with a flagrant, and she still led a 7-point comeback and cooked every single one of them. See you on the next one.